We are in Toronto, where the Raptors are looking to take one in an interconference game at home. Great. And you're with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Take a look at the Rockets. They've got to be hoping that the road will be a little kinder to them than their winless homestand they just concluded.
And you have to view this as an opportunity. Oftentimes,
down it goes!
Take that rack
down! What a slam!
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
And here's Toronto. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
Here's Miller. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And stolen by Shumpert. And the dunk by Brown.
We've come to expect plays like that from Brown. He won't waste any opportunity to throw it down.
Grant outside. Here's Giddey. That one goes. Count it. Giddey's got 5 points so far.
Getting to his spots. He's making some good reads and really benefiting his team.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe. That is his first foul of the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Houston moving it around. Here's Miller with the drive.
And Brown just doing a nice job using his body well at the defensive end of the floor. He's a physical player who I think does a really good job challenging shooters.
Miller outside. Pass to Giddey. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
Here's Brown. Drives to the hoop. Good defense by Claxton. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With the Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league. And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Several teams changing it up here.
Substitutes down the court.
1:52 left to play here in the first. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. Before long, we were talking about LeBron James, and he said, he's a focus for us tonight. Absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. Kevin?
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. And so it's Houston with it. They lead by 4. Outside, James. There's Miller with the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Shoots. Miller with another miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Poor decision there to heave the ball so far down the court. I mean, there's plenty of better places to go with it.
There's the 3. And another 3 for Houston.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Pass to Martin. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Now the Rockets with it. They're on a 20-6 run. Back to Miller. Lets it go from deep. The 3 bangs home the trifecta. Miller's got 9.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so it's Josh Giddey making things happen for the Rockets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
Kennard with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. Houston moving the ball around. Pass to Giddey. And stolen by Sharp. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And, you know, really, guys, Brown is very talented at knocking down shots, even when getting hit.
And, Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Back to Drummond. It's stolen by Brown. Driving the lane. And Toppin throws it down.
Toppin's a big man flying through for the slam. I love it.
On the wing, Jones. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Jones has got the lead up to 13 now for Houston. Here's Brown. Kicks it out to Collins. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. Collins has got his first 3 points of the game.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him. And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Collins. Here's Brown. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. Houston leading by 10. And it's Miller in the corner. Driving inside. The Rockets pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. LeBron wants his respect. He said the work that goes into still playing at this level has to be respected. They say, would you rather be loved or respected? For me, it's always about respect. People can lie and say they love you, but you can always gauge when someone is not respecting you. Guys, back to you.
He truly has earned it. Allie, we thank you very much.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
Here's Miller. Grant for three. And the rebound goes to Martin. Raptors trailed by 12. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Pass to Kennard. And he's good on the three ball. Kennard's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Rockets.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And that one's good, Williamson.
Refining the jumper will be key for Zion, especially adding a little more arc on his jumper. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Miller, no up.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Grant. Here's McClung. And he slams it one-handed.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now when they need a spark the most.
They get the rebound. Giddey. Miller with a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Out to the right wing. To the inside. Here's Sims. It's hauled in by Claxton.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
James, good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And so it's Houston with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Raptors trailed by 19. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
An ultra competitor in everything he does. LeBron doesn't go up just for the simple layup. He wants to throw it down. You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that. He felt the defense on that attempt. Great rim protection.
Here's Brown. A beautiful reverse layup. Brown's got 6.
And Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. I mean, the defense has no idea what to do with it.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Here's Brown. Goes to the reverse layup and pumps it in. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
Strong and explosive Jaylen Brown is a tough matchup in the painted area.
On the wing, Giddey. LeBron outside. The Rockets with another miss. Raptors trailed by 17. Pass to Miller. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 14 points for him.
Huge night for Miller. We're seeing exactly why he went second overall. Brandon can take over a game.
Rockets leading by 19. Now LeBron. And the dunk by James.
One of the most remarkable things in sport, LeBron still throwing it down at this age. One of the best athletes we've seen in any sport.
And it's Miller in the corner. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 17 points from Brandon Miller.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup for the Rockets. Rockets on offense. Pass to Kennard. Here's Jones. Latre. Jones. Now Kennard drills the three-pointer. Kennard's got 12.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Left side, Williams. Shot from the wing. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
Goodness. I mean, we feel those science dunks shake the floor.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Guys, back to you.
All for one. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Kennard on the wing. Those three-pointers off the mark. And so here's Toronto. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Pass to Benton for three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Jackson. Now here's Hayes. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Taken away by Williams. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Launches it from deep. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Kennard. From outside the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. 15 points in the game.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total. And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
And here is Drummond. Fires for three. Williams' shot is off.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And so it's Houston. Finishing the quarter up by a...
Houston, 66.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Here comes the Raptors wide wide.
Giddey surveying the D. There's Miller with the 3. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. From deep. Goes in for the dunk.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Here's Sharp. Takes it inside. Oh, and the jam by Sharp.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Here's Sharp. Nice defense from Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Got that bucket in no time at all. James has got 5 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone
onto him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And the dunk by Grant.
Well, I tell you, I think Grant's athleticism was what allowed him to win out there.
Here's Brown.
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah! Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Sharp. The Rockets pull it in. Pass to Giddey. Kicks it out to Grant. And it's off from three-point range. Lobbed up there for Collins. Stolen by Grant. There's the triple. Tips it. Kicks it out to LeBron. Trains the three-pointer. James has got 15 points here in the second half. And what's your take, guys, from the hustle stats for Houston?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
Jones drives in, lets the three fly, and LeBron James with the three. LeBron's got 24.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Great frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. Their great skill development program showing in Giddy who stands 6'8" but plays like a small point guard.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a downey win for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
What's left to say about his performance? I mean, the fans definitely got their money's worth.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Houston.
3 points.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
LeBron James on the wing. Misses the wing J. Bridges inside the three-point line. So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, excited to share the broadcast table tonight with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Moses Moody is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Santos in at the 3 spot. And for the Kings, in the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Russell Westbrook out there with Levine, and it's Sabonis in at the center position. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Now, here's Westbrook, 6 on the shot clock. The 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Just handed Westbrook with a confidence-boosting triple.
Pass to Santos. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Butler dishes to Curry. Fires the 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
You knew it was coming because Steph, this man loves a good duel.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
A minute 50 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Shoots it. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Here's Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
Here's Curry. Pass to Moody. Outside Butler. We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Santos. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Now.
Oh, wow! That is powerful. The ball handling skills of Levine, outstanding at creating for himself.
Green finds Curry. Butler in the corner. And again, it's the Warriors missing. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Outside Curry. For the 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
DeRozan with it. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Sacramento. They're up by 4. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Kings here in this one so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. DeAnthony Melton out there with Pajemski. Then there's Horford. Then it's Butler. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. And here is Butler. Following the three-pointer by Malik Monk. Shoots from the elbow. He's off on that one.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie, as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The fifth head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
Now Butler. After the missed three from Malik Monk. Butler passes to Porzingis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Oh, the sturdiness from Kristaps. Takes the foul and still gets the bucket.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw this game. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Warriors making a change here. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. RJ, there were questions about the two timeline approaching Golden State, but some of those young guys have made a difference.
And some haven't. But those team-friendly contracts of those younger players, that's one advantage. And a way to keep that energetic talent around their young stars.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Took him no time at all on that one. Curry's got 8 points.
I mean, what can we say about Steph's jumper that hadn't already been said?
And DeRozan kicks to Westbrook. Westbrook with a screen for Hunter. Pass to DeRozan. Shoots the three. Shot clock. He's set for Sacramento. And the shot goes in. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The closer DeRozan gets, the more dangerous he is. That's fantastic work inside.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. From past the arc. Curry from three.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. DeRozan passes to Sabonis. Count it. Sabonis has got his first points in this one.
Getting good position as always. Sabonis going to town. Love his footwork in there.
Outside Curry. Launches it. And another three for Golden State.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
It's all tied in Sacramento. Now we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm with Coach Kerr. After that first quarter, how would you rate the second?
Yeah, much better. That looked much more like us. We were more under control, allowed our defense to play in the half court because we were getting better offensive possession.
The team really settled in. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. Outside on the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. And so that's who Doug Christie starts the second half with.
With how much Draymond moves on the offensive end, Green gets a lot of dunk opportunities.
Outside DeRozan. Clock at 6. 2 points. That one goes. DeRozan's got 7 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
He gets that one. Butler's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
And knew he had a look before he had the ball. Great anticipation by Butler.
You know, Richard, the Sacramento Kings are an organization that has faced heavy criticism for their decision-making.
Look at the players they've missed out on the draft, the stars that they've traded away, as well as the coach that they fired. Short-term thinking has done major damage to their long-term success, if any.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
Outside, Levine. DeRozan a screen. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
The shot by Curry, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
Richard, be honest, did you expect Curry to have this kind of career when he was drafted into the NBA?
I don't think anyone expected Steph to have such a transformative career. He's more than a superstar. He's an icon and an excellent ambassador for the game.
That 3 off the mark. The Kings trail by 4 to the middle. Westbrook dishes to Murray. Back to Westbrook. Outside, Levine. Shot clock at 6. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Levine. Westbrook's got 5 points so far. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
This just demonstrates how fearless Curry is. Look, he knows how to get inside and draw plenty of fouls.
The Warriors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Free throw good, Curry.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
DeRozan inside. Green with the rebound. Fires from way outside. And we've reached the end of the third. Warriors lead by 4. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Curry is out there with Moody, and it's Santos in at the small forward position.
Using his strength and athleticism, plays like this from Butler just motivates his team.
Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. And it doesn't go.
Now, I understand that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Here's Butler. Outside Curry. Tries it from 16. Can't get it to go. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 6-point game. We've got 1:48 left in the game. And he does not hit.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Curry outside. Now Butler. Here's Curry. For 3. Cleared away by Sabonis. DeRozan. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. And they double up DeRozan. Levine rips it down with 2 hands.
Levine is taking it upon himself to be the man in crucial moments. He's that kind of clutch player.
Westbrook against Curry. Murray rips down the board. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Levine. Sabonis' screen on Butler. Good!
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Curry. The focus from Curry. Gets it to fall inside.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And Doug Christie is called a timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And now let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Doug Christie said to his team. Coach telling the team, we're right in this. We have to keep fighting. If we can get consecutive stops, we've got a shot. We'll see if they can come back, guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. On the wing, DeRozan. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the defense successful, forcing him into a tough one.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Timeout called by the Kings. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
There's still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
Westbrook against Curry. Now Levine. The long shot, no good. And now we've got the intentional foul. It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. Stephen Curry hits them both.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Jimmy, a strong finish to close it out. What was the difference?
Being a lot more aggressive. Obviously made some shots, but I think in the end we guarded well and we executed on offense and we made some shots.
It always comes down to great defense. Thanks, Jimmy.
Terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And now, our player of the game, Stephen Curry.